Hello and welcome to one more English lesson, right? And today we are gonna move on our science class, okay? As we are used to do. Okay, so welcome again, and I hope you find this lesson interesting. Okay, so today we're gonna move on page 84, if I'm not wrong, right? And we're gonna go on the topic called shadows. Okay, so as always, I'm gonna share my screen with you. Yeah, page 84. So please open your book on page 84 on our science. Yeah, our old and good book. And we're gonna move on. Yeah, like after some time. Yeah, on shadows. Okay, so please just follow me. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen here with you. Give me just a second. And I guess you can see, yeah, so this page here on this side, I guess, right? So follow me. And shadows. Light can pass through some materials, for example glass, but it can't pass through opaque materials. Okay, so we have these two things. Yeah, each can go through some types of materials like glass, and then depending on the material, like opaque materials, it cannot go. Again, light is the light. Yeah, like light, as we say, yeah, in Portuguese, luz, right? So this is the point. This is where we begin our study here. So let's go down a little bit here, and then when light from a source is blocked, you get a shadow. Yeah, so when we have, when there is a light coming into a direction and there is some blockade or something that will block the light, so it will create something that we call shadow. Okay, so shadow is the result of the light coming and there is a block, and then on the other side automatically here we have this shadow. So I think everybody knows shadow, right? And if you don't know, if you don't remember, shadow in Portuguese we say sombra. Okay, so let's move on. Then getting back here to the study, and then we have number one. There is a shadow here because the wall is opaque and blocks the sun's light. Okay, so we have some words and we have some good descriptions here. Example, yeah, we have this word opaque, and then there is a wall. Wall is this thing here, as you can see, yeah. And then they say that it is opaque. Of course, um, even if you don't know the meaning of the word opaque, it's possible to have an idea, right? For example, you go opaque. Maybe it means that I cannot see through that, right? So that is the meaning of the word opaque. But I'm gonna ask you to do a favor for me. So please, I'm gonna change the color here. Please get this word opaque and search for the meaning for me. Okay, so look for the meaning of this word on the dictionary. Okay, so search the meaning, please. Okay. Um, the meaning if you can. Okay, so this is something that I'm gonna ask you. Where, teacher? On the dictionary. Okay, just for you to have a clear idea, right? And then, but let's get back here. And then again we have the sun, which is the light source, yeah, which is the thing that produces light. And then we have the light rays blocked by the wall. Yeah, rays is like this, the rays that comes out of, and then there is a block here, which is this wall. And then, yeah, on the other side we have this shadow. Okay, easy, right? And light ray not blocked by the wall. And then of course in the space that we have no wall, like here, right? So you see that we have no shadow because the light ray is not being blocked by the wall. Okay, so this, shadow, that's the definition of shadow. I guess no much secret about that, right? So moving on, let's continue. And going down here, yeah, we have this number two. On the more directly overhead the light source is, the shorter the shadow. So let's go on. Overhead means it is over the top of the blocking material. That's why overhead. Okay, if you have a head, like our head, over, like on, it's like on. So this is the point. Yeah, like more like in vertical, let's say, with the wall in the case here. So I mean, shorter will be the shadow. That's the explanation, okay? And then we can hear this, for example, here is midday. Yeah, so normally midday the sun is really like, yeah, straight on the sky. It's not much to the left, not much to the right, not much to the south, not much to the north, but it's like in the middle of the sky, let's say. Yeah, so that's why we say it's on our top. Yeah, like it would be here. Yeah, because you know, depending on the time, the sunlight goes from one side to another. But normally midday, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, in the middle of the day, is like up. Easy. So and getting back here, and then that's why we have this sentence here. The sun is overhead at midday, giving a short shadow. And then we have the picture of the shadow. On the other hand, we have another time here, 5 p.m. So of course the sun is not up straight anymore because the time is different. So we know that the sun comes from here to here, to this side. There is this move, right? And then, yes, of course, as it is the source of light, yeah, light source, so the shadows will change, yeah, will change directions, right? So we can see that we have this line is here, yeah. Again, what do we have here? The sun is low in the sky in the morning and evening, giving a long shadow. So you see, depending on the time and depending on the position of the sun, the shadow will be projected differently. Okay, that, I mean, but this is really basic science study, right? So no problem, I guess so, right? So let's continue. Let's get back to our study, okay? And then once we know that, we have like number 3. Oh, sorry. Let's cover number 3 and number 4 first, right? So check it out. We have seen up to here. So let's go back here. The closer the light source is to the object, the larger the shadow will be. So this is, again, this is really cool. This is really interesting. So we have a light source, like for example, we have the sun, or maybe we have a lighter, right? So closer it is to the object that the shadow will be projected on, yeah, bigger it's gonna be the shadow, actually larger, yeah, according to what we have read. So let's see this example, okay? And we have this example here. Again, the closer the light source is to the object, the larger the shadow will be. So for example, we have here, yeah, this thing here, and then much too small, and then we can make here, yeah, that we make this little shadow. We can see that there is a distance here, yeah, between the cheese and the light source, okay? And do you know, by the way, do you know the name of the light source that we have here? Let me get back here to you. Do you know the name of that? For example, I'm gonna get here, and then I'm gonna just type it for you, just a second. For example, this object that make like tss, yeah, or this one here, yeah, I have my smartphone, can you see? So what is that? What is the name of that? Do you know? I mean, of course, we have some names that we can use for that, right? But I mean, basically, normally you can say like the flashlight, okay? Flashlight. This is one very easy way, right? Let me see if I have, no, I mean, we have some other ways to say, but basically flashlight, right? Not complicate too much this topic. But I mean, getting back to the study, right? So we have here some distance between the flashlight and the cheese. So we have this size, yeah, projected. And but if I change it, yeah, a little bit here, yeah, if I change the distance, like, can you see here that it's really close, right? Now that is more like it. I mean, this is much bigger now. Yeah, so probably the little mouse is happier because take a look. How big is the cheese shadow? Yeah. So again, the distance is shorter. So the shadow will be bigger. So this is the way that it works. So I mean, how can I say? Further is the distance between the flashlight and the cheese, so smaller will be the cheese shadow. On the other hand, if you get it closer, so the shadow will be bigger. So this is something that we have to keep in mind, okay? And then number 4, shadows are the same shape as the objects that cast them because light travels in straight lines. This is a very interesting information, okay? So I'm gonna read that again. Shadows are the same shape as the objects that cast them because light travels in straight lines. So this is a sentence that I'm gonna ask you students to translate for me, okay, to your mother language. Please, this one here, yeah, please give me the translation. Okay, translate please. Thank you. Okay, of course, if you're Brazilian, to Portuguese, yeah, and I mean to your mother language. That's the point, right? And let's see the informations that we have here. Light travels through a hole in the cheese, so the shadow of the cheese also has a hole. Yeah, we have a hole. Yeah, hole. This word here, hole, means buraco. Okay, this word means buraco, and then we have that the lights, they travel through the hole. Can you see here? Yeah, there is this arrow here, right? And then it crosses the roll, so that's why here in the shadow there is the same. Yeah, and as you will understand this sentence here better, you're gonna see that because they travel in straight lines, of course they are, I mean, it's really, I mean, the same. Yeah, the same image, the projection, like, is really how can I say, trustable. Yeah, let's say. Okay, so basically this is a little, yeah, of the shadow study. Okay, I guess was quite easy. Yeah, of course we had some pages before, and it's been quite a while since we had studied that for the last time, but I mean, just go back a little bit, yeah, on your pages if you don't remember, right? um if Okay, but if you forget something else, like if you want to just, like, refresh your memory with some of the topics, so of course don't only look on page 84 but also on the previous pages like 83, 82, 81. I mean the whole unit, right? Because why? Because this is the last page, yeah, from 84, from this unit, like shadow and some other topics, because next one we have the questions. Yeah, we have the summary questions, and then to see if we understand that or not. Okay, so are you ready to continue? So let's follow me. I'm gonna move here just a minute to the question page. So of course, follow me, yeah, and let's see what we can do here. As you can see, yeah, this is page 85. We have here 17 questions, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna read all of them. If I think is necessary, I'm gonna translate some words to you. Okay, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think. Maybe only if the word is really difficult. Okay, otherwise I would just read that in English. And I mean, of course, you follow me. If you don't understand anything, feel free to ask me out. Right? So let it go. Let's begin. Summary questions for section 10. Yeah. So this is from section, or I mean, we could say unit. Yeah. 10. Okay. So right then, do you reckon? Is like, do you remember? You've learned the last few pages about light. Do you remember that we have learned about this topic, light? So then now for the moment of truth, work your merry way through these questions until you can do them all with no worries. If you do get stuck, go back and read the page again. It's all there. Of course, yeah, all the answers is gonna be on the previous pages. Okay, if you don't remember anything, just go back. Okay, so yeah, work your merry way. I mean, your happy way. Yeah, this is the meaning here that he meant by putting merry. And let's do it, right? So number 1. Let me change the color, by the way, because they are also using purple here. So what is the lack of light called? Okay, again, don't forget, lack means when you have no, okay? you have no. This is the definition. Sorry, yeah, for my bad no here, but it's when you have no. So lack of something means you don't have that thing. Okay, so what is the lack of light? Call it. What is the name of that? Number two, when can you look directly at the sun? And then we have three options: at sunset, when wearing dark glasses, anytime, or never. Be careful, yeah, because this is a trick question, right? Number three, which of the following are sources of light? Again, do you remember the meaning of the word source? This is a very important, yeah. Which of the following are sources of light? I mean, then they produce light by themselves. Okay, this is the meaning of source. Yeah? That the light comes from there. They are like the producer of it. So, candle, moon, torch, sun, silver foil. Again, candle, moon, torch, sun, silver foil. So which one? Be careful, again, because it's a trick question. And then, which of the following are sources? So probably we have more than one answer, right? But anyway, 4. Which of the following statements is true? A or B? So here on number 4, yeah, one is true, another one is false, so not a big deal. We see an object when light from our eyes hits that object. We see an object when light from that object hits our eyes. Wow, that is a good one. Even me, I don't remember what is the right answer here. But again, A and B, one is false, one is true. The first one, we see an object when light from our eyes hits that object. And we see an object when light from that object hits our eyes. Be careful because the direction of the light here is different in A and B. Okay, so be careful. Number 5. Oh, so we have to make a diagram. Draw a diagram with light rays to show how we see a tree on a sunny day. Again, draw a diagram with light rays to show how we see a tree on a sunny day. Okay, so I mean, how we are gonna do that? Okay, so how we are gonna do this diagram, right? So again, remember the question is like that. Draw a diagram with light rays, yeah, to show how we see a tree on a sunny day. So of course, you can get a paper, like something like that, or even on your book, so it's up to you. And then, of course, we need a tree, so you can make like a tree, yeah, something like that. Example, I'm sorry for my tree. Okay, and then, of course, we need the light source, which is the sun. The sun is it's a very good light source. And yeah, supposing, right, something like that, yeah. Of course, I mean, make it better than me, okay, please. I am making a very simple one, but do something better, right? And then you can put like your eyes, I don't know, in some point here, yeah, like, I don't know, maybe your face, yeah, something like that. Okay, and then that's the point where we'll make the diagrams, yeah. Like for example, we have to make the light rays, yeah. What is light rays? Raios solares. So it maybe comes from here, and then how we see that maybe reflects here, yeah. So just imagine the situation, yeah, and then you make some lines showing like the ones that we saw on the previous page. Remember the previous page? I'm gonna get back here a little bit on with you. Like remember this page here? Take a look here. Like we have a lot of examples here of, wait a minute, like this light rays, like these examples here. Can you see? Yeah. So of course you use it as an example, but you make it doing with this. I mean, the scenery described here on the picture. Yeah, we need a tree, and then this light rays, and that's the thing. All right. So please, this is what you were supposed to do on number 5. So of course, do it better than I. Yeah, please. And anyway, but that's it for number 5. Let's go number 6. And Explain why you can see yourself when you look in a mirror. Again, explain why you can see yourself when you look in a mirror. Remember that all the answers, they are on the previous pages. So if you don't remember, go back there and answer that. Number 7, what sort of objects reflect light well? Okay, what sort of, what kind of, what type of object? Yeah, so this is what we are seeing here on number 7. Okay, number 8, and what sort of objects do not reflect light well? Which ones it's not so good to reflect light? Okay, number 9, on complete this sentence. So we have a sentence here which is, a light ray hitting a mirror is reflected back at the angle, right? So there is something missing here, and of course the answer for that, it's on the previous pages, okay, on the pages before. So what is missing here? What is the word that it's missing? A light ray hitting a mirror is reflected back at the, okay. So number 10, draw a diagram. We have another diagram here, guys. Okay, so yeah, we have a lot of work today, right? So draw a diagram to show how a light ray hitting a mirror at an angle is reflected back. Again, draw a diagram to show how a light ray hitting a mirror at an angle is reflected back. So again, we're gonna have to make a picture, yeah, the same as I did before. Yeah, so but just you try to show it in a picture. Again, you can use like a note, yeah, and then of course when you do, just take the picture and send me that. I mean, so easy, right? Easy and directly. Okay, so again, if you don't understand the questions, if you have any doubts, feel free to ask me. Okay, so let's get back on, and then here, yeah, we have the next one, number 11. Let's go here. What is the name of the instrument used in a submarine to allow the crew to see above the surface of the water? Again, what is the name of the instrument used in a submarine to allow the crew to see above the surface of the water? There is a name, yeah? There is the name of the instrument. So what is the name of that? Next one. 12. Sketch a diagram of this instrument showing a light ray going through it. Yeah, sketch is like make a sample. Yeah, again, sketch a diagram. So it's the third diagram that we're gonna have to make. So what is the instrument that submarines use when they want to see what is above the water? So give the name of that instrument, and then in this exercise, make a diagram of how does it work. Okay, so we're gonna draw this instrument and try to represent, try to show how it works, how the lights get into this instrument, and how does it work. So this is what you have to do. But teacher, I don't know, maybe I forgot. Again, if you go on the previous pages, yeah, we have everything there. Like there is a picture, there is a diagram, there is a sample diagram of that. So I mean, it's all there. So just read, pay attention on how it works, and then do the same. That's all. Okay, so not so complicated. And getting back, 13. How are shadows formed? How does a shadow form? Like how does it work? Again, you go back a little bit. 14. Let's continue. On a sunny day, at what time of day will your shadow be shortest? Sunrise, midday, or evening? Which of these three examples here, okay, examples, I mean periods of time, you think the shadow will be shorter? Yeah, will be the shortest one. So answer that for me too, okay? And then it's just a little bit more. Let's go, guys. Let's go. On 15. How could you make a really large shadow of your hand appear on a screen? Again, how could you make a really large shadow of your hand appear on a screen. What would you need to do to make this like large and like this big? Okay, so again, we have learned that on today's lesson, yeah, how to make a shadow looks bigger. And 16, finish this sentence about the size of shadows. So the further the source of light is from an object, the na na na, the na na na. Remember that further is about the distance. Okay, if something is further, means it's far away from. It's like in a long distance. Okay, so that is the meaning of the word further. Okay, so if again, yeah, if the source of light, like maybe the flashlight or the sun, yeah, if it's too far from the object that will reflect, yeah, so what happens with the shadow? Is it gonna get bigger or smaller? So remember, we have seen this today. So this is what is being asked here. And the last one, 17. And let me go up a little here, okay? Can you see? I guess you can see that, right? Which of these diagrams is correct? Explain your answer. Yeah, we have this. Oh, sorry. We have this. Yeah, light source here, which is a candle. We have this letter F. Yeah, and they are like the same distance. So not a, it's not the topic here is not about the distance. Okay, and then there is this shadow projected on the wall. Yeah, one is okay, one it's not okay. So is it A or B, the okay one? And is it not okay, A or B? And then of course, when you get that, you have to explain why. Why is that okay or why is that not okay? Okay, so this is the homework for today. All right, so just to refresh your mind, guys. Okay, so it's like yeah, all these questions 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. We have all of these questions here, so answer all of them, yeah, and send me the picture, of course. Okay, and then also, yeah, you can look at this page here or even go back a little bit just to, yeah, refresh your mind. Okay, so basically that is it for today. Yeah, I mean, it's been like quite a while, yeah, since we had our last science lesson. So I hope you yeah, that your memory is still like good about the topic, right? So, and about you, did you understand or do you have any questions about today's lessons? Again, remember, if you do, don't forget to ask me. Okay, I'm here to help you out. And again, thanks a lot for being here with me today. So have a good time, guys. And again, if you have any questions, ask me. And of course, I see you on our next science lesson. Have a good day and take care, guys. See you next class.